You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds, pretty little baby, I'm so in love with you.
When it comes to the tabletop role-playing game community online, you'll hear a lot of people complaining, bitching, and moaning. But they're not doing anything to make anything better. They're just getting upset about what is happening. They'll expect other people to do the change, make things happen, adjust their behavior, whatnot, the whole 9 yards. Well, over my lifetime, I've figured out a few things. One of the main things I figured out is sometimes you gotta be the change. Just complaining about something doesn't work. Getting upset and yelling at other people doesn't work. You gotta make a difference. Not just expect other people to, put that effort in. I looked at a Discord, recently in the last so many weeks, and I thought, hey, I'm going to do some recruiting and maybe share some of my content out there. Let people know, hey, it's like I got content as a YouTuber, tabletop role-playing game content on YouTube, share my videos, maybe even recruit for some online gaming. I thought that can't be that hard, right? So I joined some servers to see if that was possible. Well, just about every server says if you share a video, it's spam. You can't do that. I'm like, okay, well, I don't really know why that's an issue, but fair enough. I guess that's cut off. I thought that was foolish and shows a level of control freak vibe. You know what I mean? There's a level of control and insecurity within that control. That's quite obvious. Then I thought, well, okay, all right, fair enough. You can't do that. It can't be that hard to recruit. To put your pitch up somewhere, maybe a channel where they can just post how you want to pitch your game. No, 99% you can't do that. They got a specific way you got to post. Oh, and you can't just post there to recruit players and take them to a server where you set up to game. You got a game there. Hey, you can't even be acknowledged as a game master unless you sign up, unless they acknowledge you. Think about it. A guy like me who's been game mastering since 1991, I got to go on the server with people that have been in the hobby not as long as I have. Some don't even run games, but I have to get them to acknowledge that I'm a game master just so I can recruit on the server, and I got to run the game there. I can't just recruit some players to go play the game wherever I want. Okay, all right. I was like, okay, that's all right. I'm thinking to myself, back to control freak zone vibe. Insecurity. I try to wonder why they do these things. If I share my content, like it's just to say about D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, for example, if I did a video on D&D, like that will hurt the server. I can't see that happening. Oh, if I recruit sort of freely, you just have a channel where I post my pitch the way I want to post it, and I do that. It's like, oh, that would drive people away from your server? No, I just realized there's no negative effect that would come back on these people. It's just control freak. Now, I could understand if there's some that are like that, and then there's others that are wide open so we can better connect. But I do find there's something that happens in this process. It forms tribes and echo chambers. Oh, you have the wrong opinion? I mean, you don't even have to say anything offensive. Just say something a lot of people don't agree with in the group about tabletop role-playing games. You're banned. You're banned. I mean, it's control freak central. Tribal forming. And it's the same thing if you go on official Discord servers for D&D and whatnot. Limitations, hoops, everything else. And I'm like, well, how do we just come together to game? Like, as a community. Forget the companies, forget all this stuff, but I'm going to servers that are purposely generic as far as, oh, it's for Dungeons and Dragons, everyone's welcome. Oh, it's a TTRPG community, everyone is welcome. Alright, I go in there and it's spam, you can't share your videos. You gotta post your thing in a certain way. You gotta register as a DM to be able to let people know you're even a dungeon master. Until then, they can't even acknowledge you as one. I remember just saying I was a DM in chat and people were going, well, did you sign up as one? No, I'm just saying I am, dude. It's like, just think about it. You're just saying you're a dungeon master and people are already concerned. Like, wait, did you sign up, dude? Or did you sign up as a DM? Are you saying you're a DM here, but you haven't signed up? Now, okay, fair enough. That's how it goes. So, what have I done to try to fix an issue I see out there? Well, first off, I know there's some people in the hobby that don't like me. So I would ask you, anything I've done here, please understand what I've created. I've created a new Discord server. It's not a server for you to take out your personal issues on me. It's for the tabletop role-playing game community. I'm calling the server TTRPG Everything. And when you go there, some very simple rules and whatnot, but really, you can share your tabletop role-playing game video content. You can share your TTRPG content, the games that you might sell on drive-thru or whatnot, whatever you want to share. And you can just openly recruit and post your pitch however you want to. No rules, no hoops to go through. The only limitations is, well, I want people to talk about tabletop role-playing games on the server. Not politics, not religion, not a bunch of other things. I don't want arguing and debating on the server. Honestly, it's not what it's for. It is for getting together to game, right? And to share what you do out here, right? It's just to let other people in the community come together and see what others are doing. It's not a debate factory, right? Just not that. I don't want people attacking each other, period, in general, on the server. And the first rule, rule 0, is if you personally have an issue with me, the person who owns the server is for the community, not for your personal grievance with me, so you can take it out on me there, right? So that's not what it's for. I just want to be clear. And if you do cross the few lines that are there, yeah, you'll get banned, but you won't get banned because you have a tabletop role-playing game opinion I don't agree with. I don't care, and there's no hoops. The way you recruit, there's a channel for it. I don't care how you do your pitch. I'm not going to tell you, you got to put the name first. You don't get to sign up as a game master. You don't get to do none of that crap. There's no hoops. It is not to form a tribe or an echo chamber. It is to bring anybody together. If you play New School Wizards of the Coast D&D, or if you play TSR Dungeons and Dragons, or you play Burning Wheel, right? You can play old school games, new school games, whatever. You could do solo. You could even do solo and want to share your content that you do on solo TTRPG. All people are welcome to the server. So, below, down in that description area, you'll find a link. Yes, an invitation link that will let you join the server. And keep your drama to yourself, dude. That's all I ask. But it is a server for all this stuff where I'm not going to call you sharing a video that you do from your YouTube channel spam. I'm not going to make you go through hoops as a game master to register. I won't tell you how to post your pitch, right, for your game that you might want to recruit online. And if you are selling something on drive-thru, you're more than welcome to share that all you want, right? That's it. If I do any advancing, it would just be advancing that simplistic approach, right? I might separate, make channels for D&D and other games, but it will never be hoops created. It will never be difficult. It's simple. I want to bring people together, and I'm secure. I'm not a control freak, so I don't want to control everyone there. Look, I don't want the negativity. That's all I am controlling for, I guess, if you want to call that any form of control. I don't want the negativity. I want there to be a positive there, so people can just share what they're doing, and people can recruit for games, so we can come together to game, to get together to do that stuff. There's enough people arguing, yelling at each other, hating on each other. That's all taken care of elsewhere, and there's plenty of platforms and locations to do that. I just don't want to be a I don't want to be an iron fist of control that just bans you because you think something differently about the game than I do. I just don't want the negativity, the personal negativity. I want that left at the door. Now, that's something I grew up with in the hobby. I go to the table with all kinds of people I would disagree with about politics, religion, whatever. But that's not issues that come up to the table. We leave it at the door and we game together. And that's the approach this server will take. It's that same one. That stuff, your personal issues and all that, stay at the door, right? And this is the gaming table. Come tell us about what you're doing. Share it, and, well, we'll go from there.